I'm Liz Weston and I'm here at the baby show in Manchester, and I keep wanting to call it the GMEX, but it's Manchester Central now, isn't it?
I think so. I still call it GMEX.
So, yeah, oh, that's good.
I do.
It's still the GMEX to me. What's your name, please?
I'm Wendy Edmondson and I'm with Aqua Babies here at the GMEX.
Right, here at the GMEX.
At the GMEX
there we
baby
go.
show.
We were talking off air about what it's like to be a mum and working, and then you said that you're a single mum as well.
That's right, yep.
This business has been going for how long?
It has been going for over 12 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your eldest daughter is
15.
And have you got another?
Yes, I have an 8-year-old daughter as well.
How are you making this work?
It was difficult and had a lot of support from friends in terms of childcare and that sort of thing. So you need that level of support to do it. And I juggled a couple of jobs a few times in order to make it work. When I first set up, I was living in a little house in Hume, and I basically went to the business link.
Yeah.
And there was one Moss Side and Hume, and the advisor sorted me out with a type of grant, and then I went to the Prince's Trust. And a Prince's Trust loan, which got me the computer and allowed me to sort of set up for a few months while I built up the babies, so that I could basically eat as well as work.
So you had to pay the loan back?
I had to pay the loan back. However, if I couldn't pay the loan back and the business didn't work, they didn't ask for it back.
Wow.
So it is a set-up loan that you don't have to worry about.
Yes.
And it is great, the Prince's Trust, when you can do it that way. It really did work for me.
I never knew you'd done that.
Yeah.
That's a real story of, I don't mean in a schmaltzy way, like inspiration, inspiring people. Why do you think so many women decide to become self-employed after they have a baby?
I think it gives you the flexibility. It's hard work, and I think, especially single mums, but all mums, they know how to work hard. They know how to juggle.
Women know how to
organise.
Manage.
Yeah. And being self-employed, you can manage your time. So you can work 7 days a week, but you can also give time to your children 7 days a week. Yeah. And you can change your work around that. And I also think as your children get old enough, even 4 or 5, you can explain to them what you're doing. So my 15-year-old daughter, loves swimming.
Right.
So she knew when I was going to teach other babies swimming and knew why, and therefore was okay with it, and then loved when I took her swimming. Yeah. So it was accepted. It also meant I could pick her up from school 3 days a week. When I was a teacher, I couldn't do that because I was with my class 5 days a week. I never picked her up from school, but this way I could work around it, do a little bit of weekend work, but I could pick her up from school and have that time with her.
What's the best thing about being self-employed?
Making your own decisions and being responsible for them.
What's the worst thing about being self-employed?
Going on holiday and having to come home when something doesn't go right.
Oh, that sounds painful. I thought you were going to say exactly the same thing. That's why I interrupted you. The worst thing is making the decisions.
No, I quite like making decisions. Yeah. I quite like making them, standing by them, trying them out, and then going with the decisions I've made and being responsible for them.
Is it important in business then that you have a go at things?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, like with the baby swimming, about 3-4 years ago, I went to Florida, went to a baby swimming company over there, did a week with them, looked at some of their techniques, came back, tried them with my classes, and the bits that I really liked and worked, we then put into the programme.
Right.
And it's nice to be able to do that and be responsible for that.
Yeah.
And try things, yeah, definitely.
What's the feeling? I'm obviously leading question, but, how does it feel when you have babies that come to you so small as newborns, 4 or 5 weeks old, that then decide to go, that then swim? How does it feel when a baby knows? There is absolutely nothing like it with your own child, with someone else's child, especially if they've had a little wobble in the middle. Sometimes they hit a bit of separation anxiety, something, they come in the pool nervous, and the mums come to us and say, it's not enjoying it anymore, I don't know whether to come. And we really encourage them and talk to them about what it's like when they've been through it. Yeah, and get them to talk to other mums who've been through that stage. Yeah. Especially your 2-year-olds as well, the normal 2-year-old stuff that goes on. Yeah. I used to have a stroppy 2-year-old.
Yeah, I had a stroppy 2-year-old as well, and it's got to be their idea. But when you get through that and you've got a super swimmer, the mums, their faces, their opinions, and all we get off them is, I'm so glad you got me to carry on. I'm so glad you persuaded me that this was going to be the best thing to do and not to give up. We were just talking about you being here at the baby show, and as a business, you're not doing the hard sell, you said. No, we're not doing the hard sell because people either love and want to come or they don't. and I find that just being here, they can see what we're about, they can see the video. We give them a duck, whether they want to come swimming or not. They can have a duck.
You see the ducks, John. John,
we want to get them. Yeah, we want to get them going in the bath with the ducks.
Yeah.
So we're encouraging everybody to enjoy water. Yeah. Come over and chat to us, but there's no hard sell. No.
That's really nice. I think it's that balance, isn't it, in terms of being business-like and making business-focused decisions without seeming desperate.
Yeah, and we've got people who aren't in our area. I'll give them one of our leaflets, take a leaflet and look at what to look for in a swim school, and take that and take it to your area and make sure whoever you go with is good. Yeah. And that's my advice to all mums, you know, no, you can't come to us, but make sure you do go swimming.
So do you see yourselves branching out and going to more places going forward?
Possibly, but I do like to be, because I'm a single mum and a working mum, I like to be within my area. I don't want to be flying up and down the country. So therefore we've decided to be the best we can be in the Northwest. Yeah. You know, the absolute, you know, shining example of how a baby swim school should be in the Northwest, and that's what we've stuck to.
Do you think there's mileage in trying to be the best you can in your area before you move on to something else?
Yes, definitely, definitely, yeah.
Do you think you'll ever move into aquanatal or other sorts of stuff like that?
Possibly. A lot of the time it's about pool space. So like, we have our own pool in Timperley. At the moment it's full. It's full of mums and babies all week and all day Saturday.
I just bit my lip thinking about it being full, because that's a lot of...
We have over 600 babies a week going through one pool.
But you teach 1,200 babies, so that's a lot of management from your perspective of hiring pool time, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
So who does all that for you?
Me and Carol do it as partners, but our admin team are absolutely fantastic. We've got a really good admin team who work with all the mums and help out on that side, but also are in good contact with all the pools. We've got a really good relationship with all the pools we hire.
Now. She won't come on camera, will she? But how does it work with the pools? Because you must have to be...
We've got long-term pools. Most of the pools we use, I've used for over 8 years. Good relationship with them, because me and Carol are quite experts in pool management as well as the babies. You know, we've got qualifications in how to run pools and to keep the pools, you know, really high standard. We also help out the schools when necessary if they've got a little problem with the pool. So we've got really good relationships with all the pools we use, and that works, and that's how we manage it, by just having good relationships with people.
And that's also good for your reputation as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, reputation is everything.
Yeah, and we do cancel classes. If there's a little problem, we will cancel your class, because it's the best thing to do for your baby. You don't take a risk, you know, so if it's not quite right, and little pools, that happens, they're hot, they're small, sometimes the balance isn't quite right, then we don't get in.
You were talking, I overheard you, we need to get going, and I know this isn't about business per se, but you were talking about chlorine. Oh,
that's right, yeah.
Explain to me what you were saying to the mum about chlorine.
In our pool, we use UV, ultraviolet disinfection. We still have a little bit of chlorine in the pool. Yeah. But what happens is the water comes out of the pool, and as it goes out, it goes to a big UV lamp. The UV lamp sterilises the water, including the chlorine. It gets rid of everything, 99.99% of any germ, any bacteria at all. Then it comes back into the water sterile, and we add a little bit of fresh chlorine. So basically, it means, you know when you go to a pool and you've got that chlorine smell?
Oh, yeah.
When you've got that chlorine smell, it isn't the fresh chlorine, it's the chlorine that we've activated. So either somebody's weed, a bit of sweat off someone, and the chlorine's activated, and it gives you what's called a chloramine. And the chloramine is the gassing off of the active chlorine that you've used. That's the chlorine smell, and it sits on the top of the water. Okay? In a UV pool, you get rid of that, so it doesn't sit there. It gets rid of the chloramines.
That overpowering it can be quite strong, that smell.
It is, yeah. So in our pool in Timperley, that is dramatically reduced, and the UV also kills any chlorine-resistant bug. So you've got your Cryptosporidium tummy bugs.
Who? That sounds like something from Superman.
You know that holiday bug that you come home from Spain with, that everybody that's gone in the pool has got this tummy bug? Yeah. It's a chlorine-resistant bug, and UV kills that bug. So you've got that extra reassurance that should that enter the water from somebody who's ill, which happens, then as it goes through the UV lamp, it's gone. So it's a really, really good pool for babies.
I know that was a completely random thing, but I wanted to know. I didn't want to be hovering too much in the background.
No, it's really good, and you know, because we've got our own pool, we know a lot about pools, and we know what's best for baby pools, and that's what we go for when we hire a pool as well. We look for the best pools to use for the mums.
Right. Okay. Thanks ever so much for your time.
Brilliant. Thank you.
All right. If we want to know more about Aqua Babies, where do we go?
You go to allthews.aquababies.co.uk. or you can call us on 0161 973 1931 and you'll get Kat or Sarah on the phone helping you.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.